In August 2018, 5 UNL students decided to create the first recognized student organization, or RSO, at UNL, especially for transgender and gender-fluid students at UNL, Transform. Their sponsor, Pat Tretrialt, talks about the importance of RSOs.
And RSOs form, it's because there are students who are basically saying, we see a need that's not being met here. And so we want to start our own group for this particular reason.
CNN defines transgender as an umbrella term used to describe people whose true gender identity doesn't match the sex or gender they were assigned at birth, and gender fluid as a person whose gender identity or gender expression is not fixed and shifts over time depending on the situation. According to the 2016 census, around 6% of the U.S. population identifies as transgender. That means at UNL we have over 1,700 transgender or gender fluid students and faculty. Will Jackson, president of Transform, believes that the lives and rights of these students and faculty are more important to uphold than the comfort of transphobic people. Pat believes Transform allows students the ability to support each other.
Having Transform is specifically for students who want to support and advocate for trans students, which is a really important thing. And it's more specialized, but we have a lot of trans students, whether that's trans men, trans women, gender fluid, genderqueer, non-binary. There's a lot of identities under there. That's a very specific focus.
Trans students also face a number of difficulties that they have to account for that other students don't necessarily have to. On average, in the trans community, about 41% of the population have committed suicide or have tried, while in the general population, only about 6% have tried or have committed suicide. Many states still allow workplace discrimination for transgender employees, and most recently, the Trump administration made a controversial suggestion when it comes to redefining gender. The New York Times reported that the Trump administration is considering changing the definition as a biological immutable condition. This process would greatly restrict the rights of transgender students because their gender would be based on what they were born at birth, even though they don't define as that anymore. As a response to this, UNL students asked to meet with Ronnie Green to facilitate a conversation about the struggles trans students face on and off campus. They confronted Green and asked him why he didn't make a statement like he has done with other controversial issues throughout the university. Green apologized for not making a public statement, saying that a sole statement from him wasn't as powerful as the collective voice of the university. Green met students and staff for an hour, listening to the concerns they had and reminding them that supporting each other is the most important thing to keep in mind. Even though student-led advocacy can be demanding and tiring and sometimes not yield the results that people want, Pat believes that that's what makes Transform and other RSO groups so powerful.
I actually think students advocating for themselves is one of the most powerful because that's why everybody is here.